just give it a second. This one will go a little bit quicker since we don't have to worry about doing the random again. Okay, let's get this going. We got watchers, but no posters yet. But I know you're all there. Okay, we're back. This is case 2 of our 2-case Game of Thrones Season 8 combo. So I would say case 1 was a pretty average case. You know, we had the Rose Leslie, which was nice. Sketch was okay. Daenerys Relic. You know, nothing, you know, no knock your socks off kind of stuff, but, you know. So Liz, you were saying you guys planning on heading over to Rehoboth? Was it Labor Day weekend? Not a good start. Foil. You know, I didn't check for our super thick pack. Nope. There's another gold Bronn. We had him in the other case. Yeah, I'm not sure. When we go, it's the same time of year pretty much. Well, we did Labor Day weekend one year, but we don't actually go to the beach itself. We'll go, you know, into the town. I can't stand the beach. Quotables. Well, if we end up doing Rehoboth, I'll take you up on that if we're down there at the same time. Yeah, it feels like a metal already. Yeah, this is the Hodor metal. Hey George, don't forget you're the last straggler for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If I can get all these scans done, I'll probably open that up tomorrow night. Did that include shipping? $25? Here's hoping for you that we can. Is this one card? Yeah. There's our relationships. Maybe we'll get 9 more Rose Leslie autographs. Then you won't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'll get to try the people that are going to end up with the base sets about using pirate ship, because with that cubic postage rate for priority, so maybe it can end up being a little bit cheaper. I know when I did the first round, anybody who got a base set pretty much was, going like medium flat rate. And foil. All right, so we start with a gold Susan Brown. And House Targaryen for Mr. Hare Stasnair. We got the same case topper for both cases. Fire cannot kill a dragon. Well, that'll make it easy. Don't have to worry about differentiating between the two spots. I'll have to see. I have 2 of the case toppers. I don't know which 2 I'm missing. No obviously thick pack there. Quotable. You know, Tim, you should congratulate me as well because pick 37, that's actually high for me. I'm usually, down around, 55 or so. Can't wait. There he is again. Now Liz can take him at both of her picks. Our gold. Why do I feel like that is the same gold? That would be a pisser if the collation is so specific. Hold on. That is too. That is going to be weird. So 2 boxes in and we've gotten the same 2 golds. Now it was a different metal card. It's all good. I always take one for the team. It's just funny because I have some of the worst luck. But I usually only take one spot in a break. I'd say at 37, I think that's what number I was at. Realistically, probably won't be anything that I could use for my sets, for my set. Because like I said, I'm only looking for some of the acetates, the metal, the markers. So I'll end up with probably just grabbing a foil set. That way I don't have to mail it out. Or I'll take wrappers. Yeah, in one of the 6 breaks, you know what, it's funny, and I ended up, that actually wasn't even my pick. I traded it. So the person I traded to just asked me to make their pick for them. But I ended up getting a good chunk of inserts out of it. So thank you, Adam, for that. Yeah, it's not, I mean, I'm in the bottom more than I'm not, but I have had a couple of decent spots. When we did all those inflections breaks, or not inflections, the Valerian steel breaks, those I had some good picks in. I was able to do a lot of trading and get my whole set done. I just regret after the fact that I didn't go for the golds more. House Bolton for the marker. That's what I was just joking about, though, Jason, is that I took a spot in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle break. I don't even collect them, but I just think the base sets are really nice. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind a base set. I'll end up with the #1 pick because I actually don't want it. I want a low pick. Quotable. Foil. For the turtles, you get 8 base sets. The way it actually the case comes is there are 8 base sets, and then in each base set there's one one autograph, one sketch, and a couple of parallels. I'm not sure, Tim. I mean, the price went up, and I mean, honestly, you know, I think the $2,000 mark is kind of the real high end for doing an inflections break. And foil. Not saying we can't. I mean, we can always try. We can try. You know, I'll try anything. If it feels great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can pretty much guarantee you that I wouldn't do a break of international. That's up, I think, 2,400. The international, when they were both at the same price, the international, that was a great price for it. All right, and Nell Williams. I don't know. On the whole, I kind of consider myself not a cheap breaker, but I don't usually go after the super high end stuff. Or I should just say super expensive. If I think something is priced as getting out of hand, then I just kind of just won't even bother. There's our inscription. Yeah, I noticed that it's down to 5,800, I think. Gold is Tyrion. He was in the last case also. Yeah, with Stellar, I think what happened, the price had come down a lot, like it always does. We're doing all the breaks, and then they had put it on special. I think it was 5,000, and people were buying it up like crazy because that's a decent price. It's worth the risk. And then when they saw how well it was selling, I guess they decided to put the price back up and try and maximize their profits. I think it's going to come down a lot. I'm not sure what the projected release date was, but the 2020 Stellar, yeah. Well, what's going to happen is once 2020 Stellar actually comes out, so I don't know if, since they let me do the breaks for 18 and 19, I don't know if I'll get a shot at doing 20 first. But yeah, I mean, at the price, you might be able to do one case. You know, just because there'll be enough people that'll want to try it, you know, because it's new. But once the 20 comes out and that goes slow for a couple of weeks, then they'll drop 19 back down because they're going to want to get rid of, you know, old stock. At least that's my hope. I'm still waiting for him to drop the price on that damn Ghostbusters case. They had a special a while back, and it wasn't a terrible price, but it only lasted for a couple of days. Then it jumped right back up. And George, I was surprised we could not get enough interest in that 11 by 14 Authentics. There's a gold relationship. I wonder if we got this one of the same of those too. No, we did not. I didn't cancel the break yet. I'll give it another bump just to see if we get lucky, but I think we've only got 5 or 6 spots filled. I could see those going down some more in the future. I think they still have three different Authentics in stock. Oh, you didn't join in on that one? I thought you did because you had talked about it in my thread. Oh, that's cool. All right. Andy Kelliger. And Death is Certain. Oh, it was focused. Lost it. Try that again. There it goes. Yeah, I figured I wasn't gonna start any breaks yet for Mandalorian. It was just too far away. And I will say again, people, that Journey of the Child, I am still. I know a lot of people said they had already gotten a set, but for as cheap as that was, I thought that would have been something fun and quick we could have done. What breaks do I have filling? The Outlander Season 4. I mean, that doesn't come out for a while yet, but here's a Gold Beautiful Death. So I would like to get that case full and done with. What else is? I'm drawing a blank. Well, The Journey to the Child. Draft your box. Twilight Zone. That one's filling. Like I said, I got to take a look at the contents of an archive box because I should be giving that one a try too. Each case gets its own, so it's, case 1 acetate, case 2 acetate, case 1 metal, case 2 metal. There was 2 metals and 3 acetates, I believe, in the first case, and there's 2 or 3 of the markers. Relationship. There's our inscription. There's a gold. Eugene Simons for everybody. All right. Vern Gorman, Night Watch. Excuse me, Night's Watch. And here's our first duel. And Ian Glen and Bella Ramsey again. And yes, the Glen is a lighter ink than the Ramsey. There have been a lot of similarities so far, and we're only 4 boxes in. I wonder if we had... We even had a couple of the same golds. Foil. That would be really fun. I know it's not going to happen, but on the Star Wars, I wish I would at least get an answer as to whether I should open up the 3rd case or wait. I can't imagine that they're going to replace an entire case. Gold relationship. Here you go for your enjoyment. This is just for you, Jason. Yes, this is what we just pulled out of that pack. Nice DC sketch. Now, didn't we already pull? He was the first one. I mean, I'd rather have a Sybil double, but here's a Stasnair. I have a small stack of cards. I could pull an already sorted foil set from Season 8. I could pull some 2016 Star Wars Evolution, some Rick and Morty sketches, Grey Worm Gold. He was in the last case too. We have to think positively that, you know, we're getting all the scrubs out of the way early so the better cards can come all at once at the end. If it wasn't at the bottom of the stack of cards I have right here, I could pull a Star Wars sketch. I have one. Case 1, I would say, was average. We got a You Know Nothing Jon Snow. That was the best autograph. There was a Daenerys relic, a sketch of the Iron Throne. You know, a couple of decent other autographs. Nothing crazy. But for case 2, you're just in time for us to start pulling the big things. Oh, there he is. There's Arrow Guy. Here's a Beautiful Death. Well, he said after Game of Thrones he was going to go into the adult film business. Oh, because of the triple X, like the Obi-Wan. That could be like a side PC. You only collect cards that have 3 X's on them. Nope. Well, it isn't the dual. I can tell you that much. Relationship. Well, Jason, something is a pretty open-ended term. So yes, there's something in this, but the something isn't good. Gold Brand, he was in the first case. No, it's not. It is somebody we got in the first case, though. Yeah, we had pulled a couple of hounds, but we definitely didn't get that one. I think we got one where he just wrote his name. I think we got one where it just said like "I am no sir" or something like that. I got a relic. has, ooh, almost lost that one. It has to get better. I hope I have another roll of tape. Running low. Mark Rissman. And I'm sure we'll see him later on the duel with Kilu Asbak. VR17 Tyrion Relic. And I'll go back to the Riverlands. That's it. We're being positive. Optimistic. Optimistic. All right. Next box. It's going to start in the next box. These are golds. Foil. Quotable. House Lannister for a marker card. Well, I'm not feeling very talkative right now. Relationship. No, that's okay. It's just honestly, I'm starting to trail already. You guys might get to see the funny part of me falling asleep on camera. I don't know if Russell's still watching. I think he's seen it the most because of his time difference. I guess it's easier for him. Definitely going to start in the next box. Now, did I pull a gold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that was the gold from there. Dan Hildebrand. Yeah, I heard them talking about it, that they agreed to 60 games. Spice King. I don't know all the particulars, but I think part of the deal was if they agreed to it, they weren't allowed to file a grievance. Just looking for that super thick pack, and I am not seeing it. Well, we got a sketch, so that means the odds of us getting a duel are not. This is a nice sketch. So we got Charles Hall. And you know, his stuff's always full paint. So now from the other cases that we opened, I think getting a sketch and the duel of Tyrion and Sansa is pretty rare. Now, I don't know if any of you are soccer fans, but Premier League had started back up. I guess it's been 2 weeks now. Couldn't really get into. I don't like watching any games where all the announcing is not in English because I know the. Oh, has it? I haven't. I don't look at a lot of the secondary prices. So probably the Arya Hound duel is that the most valuable non-inscription card? There's our golds. Pretty sure he was in the first case too. You were lucky enough to get it. All right, gold, Francis McGee. House of Black and White. Got to be careful. You can't say that today. Quotable. Foil. I think this is a metal. And this looks like Aria. Yep. You know, it's funny, all these different combinations, and I'm talking about the more attainable ones. not like the Clark Harrington. I wonder how many Rittenhouse actually already has made that they're saving for future releases. I mean, they plan so far in advance. That's why they can still release Leonard Nimoy autographs. There's our non-inscription autograph. Yeah, there really is so many possibilities out there. There's our inscription. Gold. Foil. How about Brienne and Jamie? Beautiful death. But she has signed for Star Wars. So it's not that she hasn't signed completely, just not for Game of Thrones. All right, so we got Tommen. And I hate White Walkers. One of these days I'll get around to rewatching it. I would hope so, Liz. Well, from the cases that we opened, it was usually, and the duel, I'm just talking about the Tyrion Sansa. If you got the sketch, you didn't get the duel. Not saying that was always, but that was most of the time. The thing that's getting me right now is that I don't remember us having any cases with only one relic in it. Speaking of the acetate cards, here's Bran. Foil. Is the value high or low? I don't know. You could get full relic sets for, you have what, 5 relics? Sansa, Cersei, Daenerys, and 2 Tyrions. They were going relatively low for being relics. I mean, you could get the whole set for like $100, I think. Maybe 120, something like that. I like the acetate, but the only thing I don't like about it is because the throne is so big that the actual person sitting in the throne is pretty tiny. There's our gold. Yeah, the metals, they don't scan as well because whatever the technology is that they use to make them, but they are cool. Yeah, it's our guaranteed duel. There's our beautiful death. I think that's it for that one. 3. Now that's our second duel, so we should still have another duel, if not 2 more, in these last 2 boxes. Of course, it can mean we're going to get, the Spice King one, and foil. And quotable. Doesn't everybody just like watching me tape wrappers together? Like I said, I'm doing it now. It's so much easier for me. Tough luck on you guys. All right, here's our Pilou Rissman duel. I think you pretty much are guaranteed to get one of these in every case. I'm thinking very positively, Liz. I'm thinking positively that if I was Angus, I would take this card, number 1. I take that over Rose Leslie. Now you see that, Brian? That's why I always say make sure you post your username so I know who's who. So few people I know I recognize the names and I don't forget them. All right, so that means You Know Nothing drops down to number 2. There's another Beautiful Death. I thought we were all done with them. See, now that's why everybody, I wanted to try and change my YouTube name, but it wouldn't let me. That's why, so it's my real name and not my username. Relationship. Quotable. Well, I know somebody has the "Can you lend me a hand" one, since that's the one we pulled in the first break. Oh, and then boy, did we just fall off a cliff. And there's our second. No, it wasn't Tim Auto. Tim Autos are in gold. That was at Daniel Tweety. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, so a couple of the lesser characters have good inscriptions. Here is this Aria. Yeah, an Aria acetate. So that's 2. So, right, one more. Oh, we definitely pulled that one out of 1 or 2 of the archive boxes. Because we had also pulled the Aria not today. I don't think they were out of the same box, but back-to-back boxes. Because that and what was the other thing you said all the time? Just so or something like that. I'm out of tape. Damn it. 1 box left. Okay. So we got our Daniel. Come on. Now I know it's not a you-know-nothing Jon Snow, but we also did get Strike Hard and True. So not too shabby. Now, I'm sure it's going to be nothing, but this last... And somebody help me out here, too. Because now this is 2 cases, we only got 1 relic. In the first 6 cases we opened, didn't most of the cases have more than 1 relic? Or am I completely imagining that? Now, last thing is we should get a duel in this last box. It's probably going to be the Spice King, but you know, it is what it is. And no super thick pack. Quotable. In case I forget to post this. Okay. 1 and 192. So yeah, you're technically, it's 1 and change. So the game plan will be tomorrow I will scan all the hits in. There's no way I'm going to get to it tonight. And I'll get everything listed up that needs to be listed. And then Saturday we'll do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle break. Here's Night King on the last acetate card. And I'm waiting to hear back, but I think George and Liz, you two in particular, this is for the Rise of Skywalker Series 1 break. I went to move it to active, and they raised the price of the case $200 today. So I'm just making sure that they'll still give it to me at the other price, because I mean that's a make or break on that. I checked yesterday, it was still $660, and then this afternoon it's $825 or something. Is it still $660 over there? Or cheaper? Okay. I think we'll get the Twilight Zone filled. I mean, it's definitely only going to be one case. There's enough people out there that are willing to take a shot at hitting that Rod Serling cut, I think. I'm not sure how many spots are left. And since you were late to the break, I'm gonna look at once that break fills or gets close, really close to being full. I'm also going to see about maybe doing an archive box of Twilight Zone. I think Twilight Zone might have run its course. I mean, I know the last Twilight Zone, I didn't, and I watched plenty of the episodes, but I don't know the actors well enough. But it's pretty much all, we definitely are whimpering out of this one. It's pretty much all, the kids, because everybody else is no longer alive. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go to Rittenhouse's website and see if they announced any contents. I mean, the only one that's going to matter is they probably, it's going to be, random assortment, one of everybody except probably no Shatner, or maybe there'll be some kind of a special version of Shatner. Because I know they did that for Star Trek Inscriptions. There was no, I mean, it's not a special one, but there was no inscription for Shatner in the archive box. But Shatner had 2 autographs in the on the checklist. He had a silver signature that was in the archive box. Oh man, could you imagine 2 booklets? You're saying that's an archive exclusive, or you're just saying that that's? That'll be like the one James Bond that had Sean Connery in it. All right. see. I will help you, Khaleesi. And the gold Pilou Asbak. The Twilight Zone archive box has a guaranteed Shatner inscription in it. Okay, that is it for case 2. So we had our relic was one of the Tyrions. We got a Charles Hall sketch. We got a Jorah and Bella, or excuse me, an Ian Glenn and a Bella Ramsey duel. We got our Pilou Asbak and Mark Rissman duel. And our non-inscriptions, we had Pilou as a gold. We had Tommen in the Valerian version. And I think that was really, yeah, nobody else of note. And then in the inscriptions, the biggie, so we got Strike Hard and True for Rose Leslie. And I Only Rescue Maidens for Jaime Lannister. I Hate White Walkers for Hodor. House of Black and White for the Waif. And Death is Certain for Tom. Liz's Eugene Simon 7 Blessings. So that was a much better case with the little bit better autograph list there. I will get the scans done tomorrow night when I get home from work, so we can, you know, if you know what you want, obviously the top 3, 4, 5 picks, you know, the order might be a little different, but the top 5 picks are pretty well known. You know, you got your Jaime, your 2 Roses, your 2 sketches, maybe the Daenerys relic. So, very good, guys. Thanks for watching. Join the Facebook group, iFish73 Non-Sport Group Breaks. We're kind of silent over there right now. Can't seem to drum up any good interest, but we'll get it moving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next break, which should be Saturday night for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See you guys later.